So good morning all of you. This is Mistry sir. So as we studying about the emulsion, that is the biphasic liquid dosage form, right? So let's see. So we had discussed the introduction, then advantages, type of emulsion, then test for identification of type of emulsion, classification of emulsion, formulation of emulsion, then preparation of emulsion, right? Then we was studying about the stability of our emulsion, right? So stability, you know that stability is very important for our emulsion preparation, because stability, it is very necessary. Means whatever the preparation we prepared, after we are prepared, that should be remain as it is until its expiry date, right? Until its expiry date. And should does not it does not physically, chemically change, right? And in case of stability, that is a stability problem occur during the st- storage storage time, right? So if our preparation remain stable or remain as it is up to our expiry date, that time we will call it our whatever the preparation uh, ha- we had prepared, that is stable, right? But during the storage of our emulsion, there is a various kind of changes are occurred, right? So mainly that is the three kind of changes may occur, chances of occurring, right? So as I said, that is cracking, one of the stability problem, right? Or changes. Then creaming, then phase inversion, right? So these are the three main changes which is occur during the storage of our emulsion, right? So we should know about it properly or thoroughly, because if we have thorough knowledge, knowledge regarding this instability problem, that time we can easily find out that particular solution for particular problem, right? So just recall it. Before starting, we should recall it. So that is stability, right? Cracking, creaming, and phase inversion, like, means as well as I said, that is whatever the preparation we prepared, that should be remain as on and up to its expiry date, right? And along with this, it should be chemically stable also, and along with what that particular preparation should not that in that particular preparation should not grow any kind of bacterial or mold growth, right? That means it should be also free from the or microorganism, growth of microorganism, right? So as we studied, that is cracking, creaming, phase inversion, these are the main changes which is occur during the storage of our emulsion, right? So as we completed, that is a cracking. What is the cracking? So simple meaning of our cracking, that is, we know that our preparation is made up of two kind of phase, that is emulsion, continuous phase and disperse phase, right? We know that it is not possible to mix the oil and water, but in case of emulsion preparation, we can mix up the immiscible liquid, that is oil and water each other, right? If our oil and water properly mixable with each other, that time we will call it our preparation is a mixable. And this kind of procedure are shown in our preparation, that is the emulsion, in which in emulsion we can mix up the two immiscible liquid, right? So as I said, that is a cracking. So cracking means there is a separation of our two phase of our emulsion, right? We know that so I have a question, that is a when we will call it our preparation is stable, when there is a question, right? So answer is, if our preparation remain mixable with the that particular two immiscible liquid, if that immiscible liquid miscible with each other for a long period of time, or whatever the disperse phase are distribute throughout the continuous phase, that time we will call it our preparation is a stable emulsion, right, or a stable, or should not any bacterial growths, right, and chemically also stable, that time we will call it our preparation is a stable, right. But in cracking there is a separation of two phase, means our during the preparation, or during the preparation, after the preparation of our emulsion, that two phase are both miscible, but for a long period of storage, that time there is a chances of happening the some changes, that is a cracking, and in cracking there is a separation of our two phase of our uh, emulsion, right. So there is a various kind of reason we already studied, that is by addition of opposite kind of emulsifying agent, then decomposition of precipitation of emulsifying agent, then the addition of common solvent, microorganism changes occurred in changes in temperature, and thereby creaming also. So these are the basic reason, due to this there is chances of happening the cracking. So as I said, that is if we add the uh, if we need to if we going to prepare the OW kind of prepare emulsion, and we know that for the OW kind of emulsion there is a monovalent metal are used as emulsifying agent, but instead of monovalent, we accidentally if we will accidentally add the divalent, that time chances of occurring the cracking. So as well as decomposition of or precipitation of emulsifying agent, also due to the addition of acid and some NaCl, some particular preparation, that time may chances of decomposition or precipitation of our emulsifying agent. Then addition of common solvent like alcohol. uh, alcohol has a property that is it is able to soluble or miscible with a disperse phase or a emulsifying agent and continuous phase. So due to that there is a chances of occurring the one phase solution or clear solution. Due to this the chances of cracking also. So as well as microorganism also responsible for the creaming, that is because microorganism able to decompose or destruct the or whatever emulsifying agent we are used. Due to the decomposition of emulsifying agent, the emulsion become crack. So this is the uh, main reason for the cracking. So our today's topic, that is or some 2 points from the two reason from the cracking uh, are remain, that is change in temperature and by creaming. So as we know, that is a change in temperature then by creaming, these are the also reason for the cracking, right. So let's see how the temperature plays an formation of cracking, right. Means how the temperature responsible for occurring the cracking in our emulsion, right. So let's see, that is when emulsion are stored for long time, an increasing temperature may reduce viscosity and encourage creaming and lead to cracking, right. Then whereas stored in low or freezing temperature, the water content become ice and shaking may reform the emulsion, right. So there is a two condition are there. There is a increasing temperature and lowering temperature or freezing temperature, right. So what happened in if we store the emulsion in increasing temperature, right. Increasing temperature means uh, slowly the temperature are increasing or maximize, right. So when emulsion are stored for long time, right, we know that is emulsion are not about emulsion, all doses from are we are preserved for a long period of time, right, because it has a 3-year expiry date, that is a long time, right. So if we accidentally keep the emulsion in an increasing temperature or increasing temperature, right. So due to the increasing temperature or increasing temperature, that is the viscosity, the viscosity of our preparation become reduce or minimize. We know that viscosity plays a very important role. If your preparation has a required or desired viscosity, that time the whatever the dispersion globules are distributed throughout continuous phase properly. And for, also for the uh, withdrawal of our preparation during the or before the administration. So viscosity plays a very important role, right? If but in the if we keep the emulsion for a long period of time in increasing temperature, that time there is a chances of reducing the viscosity of our emulsion. And due to the reducing the viscosity, our emulsion become that reducing viscosity encourage the our emulsion become a creaming, right? Means creaming occurred due to the reducing the viscosity, and due to the occurring of creaming they will lead to cracking. You know that if our preparation making preparation are making are going creaming, and the creaming, if our preparation once made creaming, that time it's lead to cracking, right? It means first of all, if our preparation become creaming, so as well as our emulsion become crack also. So increasing temperature also responsible, and viscosity is a very important for our preparation, right? So by this way the viscosity increasing by this way the temperature are responsible for the cracking, right? First of all, due to the increasing the temperature and reducing the viscosity, our emulsion become creaming, right? And after creaming, that lead to cracking. So whereas so it about the increasing temperature, right? So whereas store in low or freezing temperature, means if we keep our emulsion in a low temperature or freezing temperature means when where our preparation become ice, right? Means that is our freezer, you know, that our refrigerator, right? And in the freezer part of our refrigerator we make ice, right? So if we keep our emulsion in a low temperature or freezing temperature, that time whatever the water content of our preparation, uh, if we keep the OW kind of emulsion in a low temperature, that time OW means there is a large amount of water are present, right? And that's why there is a chances of occurring the ice or formation of ice into the emulsion, right? Means we know that water, if we keep the water in a low temperature, that water become a ice, right? So during the storing the emulsion into a low temperature or freezing temperature, that time the whatever the water content present in our emulsion, that become ice, right? So if it become ice, that time also may chances of occurring the cracking, right? But this is the not very higher problem, because it is not a very high problem, because if our preparation become ice, it can be it we can be reform it by shaking, right? Means if we do small shaking, that time the whatever the water become ice, that should be that will be made. And after shaking we will get our emulsion. But but sometime that emulsion become crack. So lower temperature is also responsible for the creaming also, right? Sorry, cracking. So I think you are understand, right? So by this way the our change in temperature, means maximize and minimize temperature, are also responsible for the formation of cracking in our preparation, right? So we should avoid this kind of consequences, right? So it is about the change in temperature. Then our sixth number of reason from the cracking, that is by creaming. We know that if our preparation, once our preparation become cream, that will be chances of happening the cracking also. So creaming also responsible for the cracking, right? So creaming, let's see, creamy emulsion are very susceptible to crack. Means creamy emulsion easily or fastly become crack, right? That's why it is called that it is a creamy emulsion. Creamy emulsion become susceptible.